Okay, so this is the second Hokianga Real Food Day organised by the Environmental Group. We live in a poor area, but a poor area where people do have access to land often, and so part of the purpose of the day is to kind of try and reconnect people with real food, to reconnect them with the skills that they need to be able to produce real food, to move away from processed food. But then the wider political context is one where the industrial food model that most people's food comes from is a huge contributor to climate change. So we're trying to reduce that and also increase the resilience of this area, because the more food that we produce locally, then the more resilient the community is. But also the more the community come together to work together, the more resilient the community is.
I te wairua, aroha, I tēnei rā. Whakarongo ki te tangi atu manua, te kui, a karangi te pō, karangi te ao, te kui pōrero, I te kui orangi kui takataka te marunga koutu I tu ao tū. Ka tū nui ka tū rāwe te marunga taka manua hara mai te toki, hau hui te tahe.
Today we are fermenting veggies. So I brought with me sauerkraut, pickled carrot sticks, and a capsicum pickle. And then later on I'm going to do a demonstration of the sauerkraut and then a mixed pickle with carrots and beetroot.
This particular one's about food justice. It's about the fair way we treat the people who grow the things that we don't grow ourselves, which might be spices or bananas or cocoa, coffee, and understand those who are enslaved by providing those things, and those who are part of an organisation called Fair Trade, which ensures that they get paid properly for what they produce and that the money goes back into their communities for things like schools and hospitals. And that's what fair trade is about. It's about paying the proper price for things and not exploiting people or the earth, because they're all organic as well. And you can get over at Wardy's, at our local shop or any supermarket, you should be able to get fair trade bananas. What have you got here today?
We've got white maize and the red yellow. We use the red yellow mostly for animals, and we use the white a lot for our own food.
So these are all heritage varieties that you've grown yourself?
From for a long time now. White's from Rotoria actually. Yeah.
And where are the other ones from?
The others are from Hokianga.
Hi, I'm Denise and I dry foods, and so I dry fruits and vegetables and fruit leathers, different sorts of meat jerky. With fruit, most of it I simply slice it and put it in a dehydrator, here this Easy Flow dehydrator, and I find it's really good for when you haven't got a whole lot in your cupboard or you need something for school lunch boxes and things like that, or snacks when you're hiking.
At our table today we have some homemade ginger beer that my partner makes with ginger that we grow. First you have to catch some wild yeast, you grate a bit of ginger and a tablespoon or two of sugar in a glass or a jar with just a cloth over the top, and you just leave it in the sun or in the hot water cupboard somewhere warm, and magically yeast will appear out of the air or wherever it lives, and you'll see some little bubbles start in the jar after a couple of days, and then you boil up a pot of ginger and sugar, and when that cools down, ginger and sugar and water, and when it cools down you can add the bug to it and put it in bottles, and it will ferment in the bottles for about 2 weeks, and then it's ready to drink. It's a bit of a classic Kiwi recipe for a lot of people make it for their kids, and the only danger is that if you put it in glass bottles and you leave it too long without drinking it, it will explode.
This workshop's about making sourdough bread. We don't buy any bread. Actually, you get spoiled when you're used to eating your own bread. I mean, shop bought stuff just tastes like nothing at all. It's like a chicken and egg thing. It's hard to know where to start with this because it's an ongoing process. That's just the flour going straight into the starter. I usually do 9. It's probably the pagan in me coming out. We've got a book somewhere at home of like sourdough breads, and I've never done any of the recipes out of it. Each part of the process doesn't really take that long.
We're doing examples of healthy lunch boxes. A normal lunch box that you'll see at schools and call hangers, and it looks like a healthy, okay lunchbox to me, but it has 13.1 teaspoons of sugar in it. So I've got an example of a good, healthy lunchbox, which the only sugar in here, apart from the fruit sugars obviously, is maybe half a teaspoon of sugar in this home baking. Caramel honey popcorn, so instead of using sugar I've just substituted with honey. So I just boiled up the honey and butter and tossed it over the popcorn, and it's really yum.
It's a good selection here of all the tropical fruits we can grow locally in Rawene. You've got pineapples and bananas, we've got ice cream beans.
What are these ones?
Jelly plums, just try it. Take one and try it.
So that's the soft cheese, but it's also nice to have something that you can use in different ways as well. So we make a kind of feta cheese as well. We couldn't kind of officially call this a feta, but it tastes like feta cheese and it looks like feta cheese. I need to combine these two. I need to put it in the press. See, that's what it comes out like. So, and you can use it in the ways that you can use feta cheese.
Anything that you're doing with food, you're going to need tools to be doing it with, and the same with growing food. You know, if you're working in the garden or on the farm, you're always going to need tools, and they've usually got wooden handles. These are called pole lathes, and they get the name from the pole that gives the spring for the treadle. So the way that it works is, you know, as you treadle, the pole, the natural spring of the pole is taking the treadle back up again. So yeah, once you've got it kind of roughed out, you can move to the flat chisel. So yeah, that's a skew chisel. So I'm gonna part this off. Here, this is the tool that you'd use for doing the bulk of kind of decorative work. Yeah, it's very